welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Friends, we're showing the business like movies to build recent.
Yep. And we're finally starting on the on the more festive material for this week. But before we get into that, let's get into the weekly recap. So, yeah, it's been busy. Did a little bit more art, but yeah, now I'm waiting on my art tablet to finally show up at some point. Apparently, the FedEx office that near where it's supposed to be delivered is exponentially delayed. However, that's not the only thing I should be getting this week, because on Thursday, I ordered my new computer. Yep, nice gaming desktop with an RTX 3080. I figured it's like, okay, apparently there's going to be like an aluminum shortage. I should probably buy it now before the prices go up again. And hey, I could do worse, you know? Yeah, like the processor's only what was it, a 3700X, but processors are cheaper than GPUs anyway. Yeah, hopefully, for the next show I'm on after this, because obviously next week's the trip, so yeah, not be available. But yeah, hopefully I'll be streaming. I'll be doing this from the new rig. What else? What else? Oh yeah, we went to the pumpkin patch today. Went on a hayride, picked up some pumpkins. Actually had a Nutella elephant ear, pretty good. I actually folded it up into a sandwich because it was a lot easier to handle that way. And also picked up some cherry butter. I have no idea what that's like, but it's like, ooh, I like cherries, and okay, this ought to be interesting. Uh, what else? Uh, oh yeah, my cousin Brittany came down from the East Coast this weekend. Spent some time with her. Had a nice little family dinner, which is why the show's today rather than yesterday. But yeah, it was nice. We didn't play cards, but yeah, we just chatted a bit. And yeah, she and my aunts are actually going. I think they're going on a trip this week. So yeah, mom's gonna be manning the house over there, taking care of the dog. Uh, it's been it's been a long couple days, so it's like I need more caffeine because I had to wake up early yesterday because I had to take the dog to the vet. Good news is her leg is better. The bad news is she needs more exercise. And of course, today I had to wake up early because we went out to breakfast with my cousin's parents. Not the one who came down from the East Coast, the one that I live with. And also pick up some of the stuff they brought over for him. And yeah, let's see what else. Uh, but yeah, the new channel intro animation. Like I said, I'm at the point where I'm basically waiting on the new art tablet to do more artsy stuff before continuing on with the actual animation. Now, I'm hoping my computer will get here sooner rather than later, because, like, yeah, if it gets here Wednesday, like, okay, I work on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. Saturday morning. I'm heading out for the trip, and I get back sometime Tuesday, and then after that, I have to work again for the 3 days. So it's like, yeah, not a lot of time to really mess around with my new toy. Ugh. But hey, it's like I've been saving up for this thing for like the last 2 years. ended up working out a deal with my aunt to borrow some money because like she knows I'm decent with money, so yeah, I've already worked out a plan to pay her back. Yeah, the funny thing is like I actually had to spend a bit of my savings to get established in the apartment when I moved in. So it's like I would have had to borrow a lot less if I didn't have to spend that. Plus the money my mom borrowed. Yeah, but hey, it's finally done. If I ever want to upgrade the graphics card, which I really don't think I should need to, a 3080 will last me like probably a good 5 6 years before even then it starts to get even a little outdated. And by then, hopefully, the whole issue with the parts will have worked itself out, and ideally, prices will get back down to normal. But yeah. Ooh, also, turns out that I might not be staying for the sci-fi fantasy convention either, because at least according to my dad, I guess they don't have the hotel room yet, and I guess we're planning on just skipping this year. So I might do the same thing I did with KomoriCon and just go for the vendors hall because I do pick up a few Christmas. I do tend to pick up a couple of Christmas presents there, but yeah. Hey, at least I'll be saving money. Right, what else? Oh yeah, I recorded a few more things for the for the channel, for more snack videos. I originally planned on recording the last bit of the Halloween episode today, but stuff happened. We went out to the pumpkin patch, and yeah, I figured I can always do it tomorrow. But I did record a bit of the Thanksgiving episode, mainly because I found a particular soda at at Fred Meyer's, the Jones Special Batch Turkey and Gravy Soda. It was as bad as the legend foretold. Yeah, but yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. I don't think there was anything else that happened. Yeah, I believe that was it for my week. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, I did find a limited batch. Oh wait, Ben and Jerry's is limited batch. Jones is special release. Anyway, I also found a limited batch Ben and Jerry's. Like on one hand, ooh, limited batch. On the other hand, like, coffee flavor ice cream. I'll give it a try. Like, I like trying new things. Oh, and speaking of my show, I think I made the decision that after the holiday season and whatever backlog I have left after that, I'm going to close off season two and go into a more irregular release schedule. Since, well, one, seasonal flavors kind of take a break for a while at that point. And yeah, it's like if I find some stuff, I'll do a video, but I'm not going to go hunting for it. Uh, but yeah, hopefully with the new setup, I can actually start. I'll start doing some game videos. I'm thinking of maybe starting a Minecraft hardcore world challenge. but with the really good resource packs and shaders. It's like it's not ray tracing, but it's basically ray tracing. Yeah, that'll be fun and pretty. Although I'll probably also want to get some more RAM because my setup only came with 16 gigs, and I kind of want to bump it up to a nice 48. I mean, I could probably transfer some of the old sticks in, but I think that would lower the frequency a bit, and I'm not so sure about doing that. Anyway, so how was your week?
Well, it's time for a few insects because it was outside. Wedding went pretty well.
That's good.
The only other downside is that while we did stay for potluck, we didn't stay for cake.
Ah,
We only got past the we only got past the toasting and special speeches before they were ready to call it. Plus, I get the feeling some of us from I get the feeling that some people get the feeling that they kind of wanted to get back over the mountains as soon as possible.
fair enough. Yeah.
I did tell the new wife to tell my cousin that we had a good time and also wish him happy days.
Okay.
And of course, I had to tell mom to make a cake since she couldn't stay.
Yeah.
She personally doesn't think it's her best work from an artistic standpoint, but I thought it was okay.
Okay.
Whatever the case, it's a chocolate cake with vanilla frosting, and it's always a delight.
Nice. Yeah, cake is nice.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, usually for like family dinners we pick up like some sort of cake, but and we usually make like a sugar-free pudding for my dad because he's diabetic. But my Uncle Barry was over and he can't have gluten, so he's like, okay, something that's gluten free. So we were kind of working our ideas around, and we decided to do like a egg custard, or basically creme brulee. So it's like that. Yeah, that worked out for everyone. Yeah, original plan was to get some cheesecake. It all worked out in the end. It was pretty good. Yeah, like we had 12, like we had 12 people there for dinner. Although my cousin Tyler had to leave for work because this was his Saturday work week, since he works every other Saturday. He had to dip out early, but yeah, the rest of us had a good time. All right, sorry, I'm rambling again. Anyway, it's like, talking about dessert. Oh yeah, I had a dessert. Meanwhile, back to the party.
Let's see, most of the normal up until Friday when we had a niece cousin of sorts over. Then there was then there was yesterday, which kind of like specifying part in terms of something that has been going on for almost a month now.
Ah,
Because I originally intended to do it shortly after Rose City, but that thing came up.
yeah.
I think that they should be back to normal as the week progresses, so we agreed on next Saturday.
Okay.
I went pretty much just for a moment, which includes rest of the week. There, there was a massive backlog of stuff that I needed to add to the spreadsheet, which by the
Yeah,
way,
sorry.
which by the way, someone needs to do a better job at someone needs to do a better job at
Yeah, I
preparing
know.
empty sheets. Preparing empty sheets.
Yeah, sorry about that. Like, I got on that late, and actually, I plan on cleaning it up a bit by I plan on making another spreadsheet that's basically the archive. That way, we don't have to keep scrolling along. Eh. Like before I go to bed, I'll make sure to get next week's tab set up.
I hope so. I've been having to deal with this backlog for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, like stuff I've been meaning to do, but I've been so freaking busy lately. Eh, like sometime next week, I actually have to work on a few new videos for my channel because I'm out of backlog. Actually, hold on. Do one Thursday, 2 Thursday. Okay, two more episodes, and then the Halloween special. Okay, just checking. Of which I still need to finish recording. But at least I don't have to worry about the storage unit anymore. We just need to work out sorting through all the stuff. Because, yeah, we don't have a living room right now. Anyway,
Forgot to mention there was a bit of a silver lining towards bit of a silver lining towards yesterday. We at least were able to scope out the area to prep for next week. And
alright. Ooh, now I'm wondering.
and and during a small errand, I managed to pick up the new pony calendar.
Oh, nice. Alright, I also still need to record my review for the Pony movie. And great, it's gonna be rainy next weekend. Goody. Okay. So, are we ready for the recap? Or do you have a few more things? That's fine. Like,
I was going to mention it's a little bit funny with the way I've been kind of way I've been kind of expecting these play dates. Although Mom suspects things are going to calm down a bit as time goes by.
yeah.
I have a tendency to have a few. I have a tendency to think of a few things she would be interested in watching, including, of course, the new movie.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see.
Fair enough.
Okay, so it's now time to start properly start our month of Macabre, or another nickname I found, Toontober.
Ooh. Also, before we begin, the subject material is for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. I mean, it's Hazbin Hotel. It's I kind of have to.
For a while, for a while since the new YouTube regulations, I've been labeling labeling things 18 plus, so it shouldn't be too concerning.
Fair enough. But, just covering my bases, and I just really wanted to say that.
Should note that my first encounter with the creator per se, definitely remember that Blue Fox she did once. Kind of a blank stay after that until the end of 2019, when of course our currently absent co-host pulls us aside one night. Though I get the though I did kind of hear about it for the longest time. And then of course there was last year where things have gotten productive, especially since she finally got her pickup handle.
Yeah. And I've heard talk that apparently there might be a new episode of Has Been sometime this month.
Perfect
Which
timing.
is really, yeah. Where do I even begin with this? So, yeah, the pilot begins with a I should put it like a little shadow play montage, kind of subtly, you know, giving out a bit of backstory for the world without actually saying anything. And it's done to the tune of "I'm always chasing rainbows," which is a really old song, like 1917. Ah, that is old. Also, well, I have so many tabs open. But yeah, the story takes place in hell, and yeah, the most recent cleanse has happened, which is basically, yeah, hell's overpopulated. The angels come down and slaughter as many things as they can find. So yeah, not good times. So yeah, it's being sung by the main character Charlie, but we don't really get to her quite yet outside of that first singing bit. So the episode probably begins with a turf war between uh, hold on uh between Serpentitious. Oh, I get it, because he's a snake. Serpent ish Serpentius. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, Serpentius, which again, serpent, snake, fun, very funny. But yeah, between that guy and Cherry Bomb, and yeah, like lots of damage everywhere. It's like explosions. Yeah, not a good time. And yeah, well, it begins at that part. With that going on, it actually cuts to a news broadcast where they talk about it, and then basically, uh, but yeah, next up, an interview with the Princess of Hell. Meanwhile, backstage, Charlie is like, okay, like, need to chill, need to chill. I can do this. I can do this. I'm not saying that at me. Like that's basically Charlie. Like, okay, but yeah, she's being comforted by Vaggie, her her friend and actually girlfriend, and like, okay, just do like we practiced, and it'll be okay. And no singing. So yeah, it's about time to do the interview, and hold on. Sorry about that. Had a bit of a burp backed up there. Anyway, yeah, and she introduces herself to the host of the news program, Katie Killjoy, and like, she's not very nice. Basically, like, you're not here because we want you here. You're here because this other guy couldn't show up. But like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, showtime. Okay, interview. So, we hear you've got a big project you're working on. Tell us about it. Not that I care or anything. And Charlie goes on about how, like, okay, so Charlie's deal is that she was born in hell, unlike everyone else who, died and went there. And yeah, it's like seeing all the people of hell getting killed off during the cleanse, like just it hurts. Like, mm. And she's thinking, okay, what else could we do to solve the overpopulation problem? Something a bit more humane, perhaps redemption. And now, of course, the people of find this absolutely ridiculous because I mean they're there for a reason. But Charlie goes on saying like, "Okay, I got this hotel where we can rehabilitate you, get you into heaven. No need for messy deaths or anything." And yeah, people was like, "Yeah, they're not buying it." It's like, haha, very funny. Like I think this is like some huge joke. And she goes into a musical number about it, but that doesn't really help. And yeah, Katie is basically mocking her at this point. Like, who would ever want to be redeemed? Like, yeah. But Charlie points out, like, hey, they have one client that has been doing very well. And who is it, you may ask, who is being rehabilitated? Why, none other than porn star Angel Dust. Like, oh wait, breaking news. There's a new player in the turf war, Angel Dust. Ooh, not a good look. Oof. Yeah, so much for keeping clean and staying out of trouble. Also, there may or may not have been a brawl in the new studio, but yeah. Ow. Actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna take this ibuprofen. Whacked my head on the freezer. Got a bit of a headache. Uh, Hopefully, some pain meds will fix that. Yeah, it's like, okay, just gonna put this thing in the fridge. Lift my head a bit. Whack. Yeah. So yeah, after the news, Vaggie, E, Charlie, and Angel Dust are in the limo. It's like Vaggie's basically like, you had one job. Nowhere in that job was getting involved in a turf war. But like Angel Dust is like, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's like, so a few people got killed, no biggie. And even Angel Dust is like, it's not a joke. Jokes are funny. This is more sad and pathetic. But yeah, it's like, yeah, Charlie's really sad, and even Angel Dust is like, oh great, now you're making me feel bad. Also, during the musical number, we got to see a bit of people watching the events, and a certain someone looked very intrigued by the goings on of the musical number. but I'm sure he won't be important. So yeah, they get back to the hotel. They're still working on it. Like I don't think they even plugged the fridge or freezer in yet. But yeah, Charlie is just God. Can I even do this? What like what? So she calls her mom. Of course, doesn't pick up. Like, yeah, I could really use some advice right now. Like, maybe Dad was right. But yeah, so she goes back in the hotel, and there's a knock on the door. And hmm, yeah, that's not unsettling at all. Red eyes, red suit, a voice of that of an old timey radio with razor sharp teeth. Yes, it is the one who was observing the musical number from before, Alistair, the radio demon, who is quite infamous in the underworld for being mysterious and very, very powerful. Basically, he just showed up one day out of nowhere, started wrecking shit, and then broadcasting it to everyone. So, a completely classy guy. But yeah, he's there to help with the hotel. Not because he believes in it, but because he thinks it's going to be very, very entertaining. Or basically, he views it as an absolute train wreck and just can't help but watch. Now, Vaggie is like, no deals with him, like, very evil, do not, no. But hey, Charlie's the princess of hell. If she's learned one thing, it's that you don't take shit from other demons. So it's like, Charlie's like, okay, we got a deal, but no wacky voodoo hidden strings or anything like that. Like, okay, deal? Handshake? No handshake. And basically orders like, okay, I'm the princess, I'm ordering you to help out as long as you feel like it. Which, okay, that works for him. He is completely chill with this. But yeah, the place could use a bit of fixing up, dusting and all that. And and yeah, so he summons Nifty, kind of small Cyclops. Really likes things being clean, and men. Also likes men. Surprised the place is such a mess with there only being women there. But yeah, she starts cleaning up, and yeah, the place is looking a bit better. But okay, you need someone to man the front desk. So Alistair decides to call in a favor from an old pal of his, Husk. Now, he was about to win big at the casino, but yeah, Alistair had other plans. Like, okay, do you have some cheap booze at this bar that I just made up? And you man the front desk. And if you thought he could be bought off by cheap booze, you'd be completely correct. So we got the person to clean up, we got the front desk, like everything's looking up. And so Alistair, oh yeah, so the song Charlie was singing was "Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow." Alistair, however, does a bit of a dark reprise of the song, but it's interrupted by Serpentius, like, "Oh, so that's where you were." But yeah, he's about to blast them, but Alistair's like, I see your airship and energy cannon. I went up you with giant rift and black tentacles. Well played. Checkmate. So yeah, that guy's done for. So yeah, they head back to the hotel, and as they go, Alistair works a bit of his magic, changing the Happy Hotel sign to the Hazbin Hotel. And after the credits, we see Serpentius crawling out of the hole he got blasted into with one of his egg minions. Oh yeah, he has egg minions. I forgot to mention them because, like, let's face it, they don't really matter. That they're cannon fodder. But yeah, like one of his egg minions, like, hey, now can you blast me? Like, yeah, and yeah, that was Hazbin Hotel. It is not for kids. Like, wow. But yeah, it was pretty good. Music was good. I'm interested to see where they take this. Of course, it also has a spin-off in the form of Hell of a Boss, which has had a few episodes. Haven't actually checked it out. Like, takes place in the same universe, but like different cast and everything. But yeah, like the writing was good. And yeah. Also, one thing to note is that the singing voice of Alistair is none other than Gabriel Brown, also known as Black Griffin. Just for any pony fans watching. Yeah, like it was good, very entertaining.
And of course, he made a song based around such an experience, which he also performed at Free Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a ton of nods towards the cultures of the past.
Definitely. Actually, is it wrong that when the opening music bit it was going on with the when I was panning over the over the city, my mind was kind of thinking Fallout. Like I definitely got some Fallout vibes from that bit.
But not unfounded, given the not to say I haven't played it, but I'm familiar with the imagery you're probably thinking.
Yeah, like the old timey song over a city that has definitely seen better days. Hmm. I wonder if they took inspiration from that.
Also, also the on notes, think of occasional sitcoms that have that hotel setting.
Yeah.
Also seems the other notable VA with such resume resume notes include Fire Emblem and Miraculous.
Oh.
Famata, our news anchor.
Hmm.
Looking at this again, that's from Alistair. I'm honestly quite interested, quite interested to see what's they're gonna do with Lucifer and Lilith.
Yeah.
And of course, the artistic talents are definitely one of the major highlights.
Yeah, like it, art very good.
So yes, definitely looking forward to see what our Vivity has in store.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm providing the game footage for this week, mainly because A, he covered the last couple weeks, B, I'm kind of waiting until I have a bit more recorded footage, and C, I've been really busy lately and I really need to start grinding for particular items. And why not do it on your phone, one may ask? Well, A, it takes forever, and B, it really drains the battery. Thankfully, C, it uses up a lot of data, doesn't apply to me anymore since we have unlimited mobile data. But the first two still apply. Later will run better on the desktop. I hope so. I'm hoping it crashes less.
Alright, so, looks like we got some art for the Aquaman King of Olympus Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Series premiere later this week. Wiseman doesn't want any Young Justice fans to miss the DC fandom event, as Phantoms will be premiering there.
YouTube will no longer be making year-end rewind videos. Good. I never actually looked into those, but from what I heard, people always just hated them.
They've been back and forth, but though probably the biggest highlights, of course, will always be our Black Griffin.
Yeah.
Seems with the fandom trailers aimed for towards a Guardians was hosted by two versions of Robin.
Hmm.
Bit of a version to have mentioned Faye earlier, as Miraculous Season 5 is now in production.
Nice. 23 episodes of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse have been officially uploaded on Disney Junior's YouTube channel for free.
First 5 episodes, through which newer of Ghost of Molly McGee, now streaming on Disney Plus. got another reschedule. Transformania releasing Amazon Prime January 14th.
Okay.
Can't help but remember this one person on Twitter that somehow was strangely was complaining about the streaming option. All I said to her was like, "Is safety really not a concern for you?"
Hmm.
So the Hansons seem to have to seem to have to seem to have to so, seem to have to start at starts in Night Rally course starting in Utah. Got a super win in two thanks to speed and series creator Strana. Well, Fausto Liberterminus Soda by actually running towards the end of the final, and also winning the side-by-side ATVs. Got the international poster for Runs Gone Wrong, coming October 22nd. Warner Sense animated shorts program for HBO Max as well as Ready Aces. Spotlighting underrepresented talents. Which shorts targeted for audiences.
Okay.
Got something from the Terrace regarding Owl House Season 3 being shortened. End of the day, there are a few businesses who oversee what fits into the Disney brand, and one day one of those guys decided it didn't fit.
That really sucks.
Critical Ring to guest star in an episode of Ghost of Molly.
Warner Media Kids and Family has picked up Dodo. It'll be premiering on Cartoon Network and HBO Max next year. The series comes from Wild Seed Studios.
got to look at Kimmy for the upcoming new episodes of the Rugrats reboot for Paramount Plus.
Hmm.
Earlier this week, we first ran a promo for Muppets Haunted Mansion, including a specific clip in which Sajak himself actually makes a bit of a cameo.
Oh.
Lots of talk on the possibility of Invincible leading towards an animated Walking Dead project.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess they could, if they did that, they could do one that's like more faithful to the original graphic novel. Because I know the live action series took some liberties with events.
Starting to see why, since both were created by Robert Kirkman.
Hmm. Apparently, Warner Brothers has given has given the Batman sequel a green light. Apparently, I guess reportedly, like, okay, I guess. I mean, like, guys, maybe wait until the movie comes out, see how it does. I mean, I know it's a Batman movie, but yeah,
If I remember previous happenings correctly, I do believe they're only taking baby steps at this point.
yeah.
Got some leaked photos, which reveal first look at Black Adam and Hawkman costumes.
Okay. Venom: Let There Be Carnage has passed 100 million at the domestic box office, as yeah, Cinema Score has given it a B plus.
and as well as Batman Peacemaker and a few others are in the DC Fandom promo.
Hmm.
Sabrina's joining Riverdale, and Agatha getting her spin-off show. One of interpreter Jack Schiffer on board. Jamie Clayton stars Pinhead in the new Hellraiser movie.
The Demon Slayer promo reel is packed with new peaks. A steam locomotive prequel episode featuring Rengoku's Road to Mugen Train. Performing Arts 1 hour premiere kicking off the Entertainment District arc. Half those words mean nothing to me. I have not actually seen the show yet, though I hear it's good. Dragon Ball Super Superhero O shows off a new CG animation in a world premiere teaser trip at New York Comic Con. Um, yeah, Piccolo's there. I guess he plays the lead role. Owns a home with mailbox, I guess. Trains Pan's like, okay, doing something with Pan. That's good. Pan hasn't had a chance to hasn't had a chance to shine since GT. Ooh, apparently referred to as Grandpa Piccolo. Also, apparently Broly is confirmed to return in the new movie. Okay. Yeah, apparently it's set to release in theaters in 2022.
Yeah, that's need to keep an eye because really need to keep an eye. Even G's don't really transfer that well. But I think it's anime-esque enough for notes. Megan Fox suited up for Expendables 4, ready to begin shooting.
Sorry, I had to step away for a moment.
Seems New York will try a Blade Runner Black Lotus trailer. That is dropping a double episode debut next month. Blinders Films. It's shooting 2023. End of the road to the series if you know it. Steven Knight says, but spin-offs are a possibility.
I don't even know what Peaky Blinders is. Like, I've never heard of it until now. The What If finale poster brings together the Guardians of the Multiverse. The final DLC fighter for Smash Bros. Ultimate has been revealed at long last. And it is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. That's right, you can play a game that has both Sora from Kingdom Hearts and Steve from Minecraft. If someone showed you an image of that a few years ago, they would say that it was a very poorly photoshopped image.
And naturally, I've seen a lot of hubbub based around that.
Yep. I mean, it's only fitting. The final character for a massive crossover project being a character whose whole thing was being a massive crossover project.
One thing that happens when something kind of newish comes up is that I do a bit of research and see seems Tom's Hardy has in the Steven Knight show.
Hmm.
And trust me, there's a lot of things in the line that are kind of newish, but have some familiar names attached. Even though they don't state that outright.
Yeah.
Far from chic Glenda illicit star in superhero film Prophet from the Extraction director.
Hmm.
Of course, we have our large weekly roundup of G5 parentheses material as well as promos.
Hmm.
shapes, storyboards, including alternate ending. Conceptual pieces, models. Got some concepts being sold out for charity. Also, the storyboard's original version. Also got some information with the Pegasus sisters, as well as Sprout. Lots of Lego design concepts. Full panel form of the artist is now on YouTube. Got some good scenes and also reasons to why they lost their hoof feathers. On the purpose side, official music video for Glowing Up. More merch, including chairs and bedspread. Small animation at Cosmic Kids Yoga. Special edition boxes. And flower sculptures.
Hmm.
Apparently, I was need to log New York on the site. Fair enough, at first I will admit, till I saw familiar comic artists. In-game marketplace selection at the new Ponytown add-on.
Hmm. Okay, interesting.
RD mod for Friday Night Funkin'.
There's now a story demo for Ambient White.
For anyone who's interested, the latest edition of the survey is up.
Mm-hmm. The opening title sequence for the Legend of Vox Machina has been revealed. The new series will be premiering on Amazon Prime Video on February 4th, 2022. Pokemon the Movie Secrets of the Jungle is now streaming on Netflix.
Hogan Brothers to guest star in a Big City Greens themed episode of Disney's Magic Bake Off. Coming next Friday. First look at season 4 of Young Justice. Sasha returning a new episode of Amphibia. Also got the end credits for the third season. First episode of Ghosts and Molly McGee uploaded to YouTube. Same the DuckTales reboot as well as Rise of TMT. Half-hour episodes for Ghost Molly McGee Season 1. Interesting, but not going to be the next James Bond. I Still, I would call it a disappointment in an attempt to break barriers, in a sense. '70s show sequel series, '90s show ordered Netflix, Renegade Foreman, Starling Side, Leia, Donna Ferrigan, Donna.
Wait, didn't they try to do that '80s show and didn't that do pretty bad? Well, we'll see, I suppose.
One thing's a bit consistent, though. Release dates seem to be approximately 2 decades from the era they're representing.
Yeah.
Maverick confirmed to star in the new Christopher Nolan film. Production set to begin early next year. July 21st, 2023 release. Granatson of World already cutting the score. Title, Oppenheimer. And Universal to accompany the 100-day theatrical release.
Hmm.
Flash short filming. Not quite sure if this is something for record, but 124 days.
Hmm.
Dennis would deeply love to make a James Bond movie. Character I've been with like everybody since childhood. Massive fiction for Bonds, where he makes out right after Daniel's run. Was front with Sneak Strong, Unmentionable. Ultimates, but would be fair pitch.
Hmm. Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy Definitive Edition has been officially announced.
New teaser for Eternals dropped ahead of its release early next month.
Venom takes in $90 million at the box office, the largest opening since the theaters shut down back in March 2020.
And there's lots more records coming.
Yep. Will Smith considers Wild Wild West his worst film. Quote, Wild Wild West is just a thorn in my side. To see myself with chaps, I don't like it.
It was funny coming across this, given how most people usually tend to see a funner side in even some less than stellar work.
I mean, it wasn't a great film. It's like it's kind of a fun turn off your brain and just have fun kind of film.
Plus, it's one of the most recent outings of Steam Locomotive William Mason.
Mm-hmm.
The star lineup for DC Fandom includes Pattinson, The Rock, Zach Levi, Pierce Brosnan, Cena, Jason Momoa, and Ezra Miller.
William Shatner is officially going to space. Yep. Blue Origin has added him to the NS-18 crew, launching on October 12th.
Okay, full trailer for the autobiographical film musical Tick, Tick, Boom, starring Andrew Garfield. And directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Hitting Netflix November 19th. Gamora in some familiar armor in the What If finale poster.
Ben Affleck says it was really lovely to play Batman again in The Flash. Quote, it was a really nice way to revisit that as the prior experience had been difficult.
So it really sounds like we might get something better this time around.
Yep. Black Widow has dropped for all Disney Plus subscribers just a few days ago on October 6th. So, yeah, you don't have to pay for it anymore. Well, I mean, you don't have to pay more for it anymore.
Definitely say that was much needed given the lawsuits.
Yeah.
Got the official launch trailer for Nickelodeon Star Brawl. Only one in time for another cartoon or something like this. Gunn reportedly developing another DC project besides Peacemaker.
The Venom 2 mid-credit scene was 100% in flux until the last minute. Yeah, apparently there were moments that, let's see now. There are moments where that character was going to be in the story, potentially. Huh. Given I haven't seen the movie, I don't know what that character is, so, if you've seen the movie, I don't know.
For Old Link's Sign, New Peanuts Holiday Special, arriving Apple TV, December 10th. Got the first teaser for the Game of Thrones sequel, House of the Dragon.
Mm.
New clip from Succession Season 3 coming next weekend. Let's see if I can remember correctly. Stars include Brian Cox and Kieran Culkin. Bit of a temporary mistake, but the Marvel Idiot List had a closer release date for Blade, even though filming was set to begin approximately the same year.
Huh.
But like I said, temporary mistake.
Yeah. Eternals will get an early film festival premiere in Rome on October 24th, just 12 days before its release in the US.
All the stories pulling more from Phase 4 for What If Season 2. Fingers crossed, including hints for Eternals and Shang-Chi, as well as Black Widow. Cliff of the finale includes Party Thor and the Watcher.
Keanu Reeves has confirmed his live-action Berserker film will be an R-rated story. The Batman writer Mattson Tomlin has been recruited to pen the script.
Voices are cast through recurring characters. Francis Turner as Mother's wife Monique. Jack Dolan as super siblings Tessa and Tommy, TNT twins. When asked about Joker 2 rumors, Phoenix had this to say. Don't know, some things we could do with the guy, could explore further. As to whether they actually will, just don't know.
Eternals director Chloe Zhao is down to helm a Star Wars movie. Quote, "It's a world I have so much reverence for because it was such an important part of my life." And speaking of Star Wars, Lego Star Wars is considered canon adjacent, according to Terrifying Tales writer. Quote, "We make sure that we're honoring the canon and that stuff could plausibly happen."
I can definitely imagine she'll be auditioning for that pre-Skywalker stuff that you mentioned a while back.
Mhm.
Pokemon Experiences coming to Universal Studios Japan 2022 for the 20th anniversary of the park. Safe to say Cleveland would make a surprise cameo of the Flash. Don't ask when you destroy the way it did. Usually they look other way when the Flash goes by. For the display sets, team up for exclusive early access to new limited edition visions of Vader wall art.
Mm.
Dinklage featured as Sereno in first trailer for a musical film, which is coming this December.
Hmm.
Boy Called Christmas coming to Netflix November 24th. featuring Maggie Smith, Chris Wigg, Toby Jones, Seth Hawkins, Jeff Broadbent, and the regular Who's Man. Of note, second time I've heard of Broadbent in a holiday film. Hunting Hell's Critter Night, Flanagan, bringing for short to Netflix. Fall of House of Usher, new limited series based on multiple Edgar Allan Poe works. Always Sunday in Philadelphia, season 15 wrapped filming. Soon to be a couple of years since the previous finale. Got a trailer for Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City.
Nice. Michael Keaton found that his batsuit still fits after 30 years when prepping for The Flash. Same dimensions, same fitting. Like, neat.
Afterlife director James Reitman credits the 2016 film opening a franchise for him. Proved, at least to him, idea that the Ghostbusters could be anyone.
Marvel Studios was planning a Star-Lord T'Challa spin-off series, says the What If director. Quote, Chadwick would have loved it. What could have been. And speaking of What If, Gamora's What If episode got pushed into season 2 to safety, according to the head writer. I think everyone's going to be surprised by the way Gamora gets that armor.
Got some behind the scenes photos for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Can't help but wonder if Beast Wars and Beast Machines might be somewhere in the mix. Craig got his Walk of Fame stars promised.
Nice.
Agatha Harkins, Century appeared in multiple films and shows across the MCU, according to the deal Catherine signed with Marvel Studios. Season 3 Lost in Space, Reeling Robinsons, reaching into their dangerous adventure this December. Got a first look at Vigilante and the Peacemaker. Definitely returning to compose the score for the Hocus Pocus sequel.
Okay.
Coraline, Lincoln Studios edition, currently on sale.
No Time to Die has earned $119.1 million in the film's international box office opening weekend and $313 million in the worldwide box office so far. Uh, $2.1 million in the UK box office opening weekend, beating the UK opening weekends of both Skyfall and Spectre. Yeah, I've read up on the new Bond film. It's like, I want to see it. That's like one may say like, why don't you wait for it to be streaming? Well, one, we don't know when that'll be happening, and two, from what I've read, streaming for Bond films is a bit wonky. It's like I guess some services have some films, other services have other films, and it's like, yeah.
While we're on the subject of numbers, Dune has earned over 100 million worldwide. Joel McHale up to series regular status for season 3 of Stargirl.
Hmm.
Sopranos prequel, Many Saints of Newark. 5 million films domestic box office opening weekend. Got a poster for Will Smith's King Richard.
A live-action American-born Chinese series is in the works at Disney Plus with Destin Daniel Cretton set to direct. It follows a teenager juggling high school life with his immigrant home life while becoming entangled in a battle of Chinese mythological gods. Okay.
Searchlight competing Gabriel's performance in Eyes of Tammy Fate for Best Support consideration at the Oscars. And here's the shifty point. IATSC members voted to approve a strike authorization giving Union President power to shut down film and television production. So far, it looks like a discard released by A24.
Hmm.
Comforts from Killer Marcel, ready for Lightning Carnage. Great in runtime. Just wanted this to be epic right from beginning to end. I don't know that you could sustain much more than Red if you weren't longer on the future. Love to see him interact with kinds of villains within the Marvel Universe. I know Hardy would like to do crossovers. So who knows? Trailer to the new Scream debuted during Paramount's Cine Europe presentation. Stewart and Ewan. Kids and High Concept sci-fi drama. Love Tweets Cylinder Boy. Hard to explain. Hoping not bought it because it was a really revolutionary written script.
The Boss Baby is now on Cameo. Why?
I'm honestly surprised there's another streaming service. Get something out of Paul Hauser. PF bringing its phone on board Queen Pins. Wanted to somebody who was good at comedy. Vince is really well and kind of strapping and has almost a John Wayne thing about it.
Scream will be released in 4K Ultra HD just in time for Halloween. Oof. If.
Yeah, you're right. For at least similar anti-vax use and something that doesn't occur forever. She was last year on social media in different ways with U.S. Human Representative in wake of backlash.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's like, so you know how we're messing around with the multiverse and warping reality and whatnot? You know, it'd be very, very easy to use that as an excuse to recast someone. I know they probably won't do that, but it's like, seriously? This is why we can't have nice things. Andrew Lloyd Webber says Cats was so bad that it was the first time in my 70 odd years on this planet that I went out and bought a dog. It was off the scale, all wrong. There wasn't any understanding of why the music ticked at all. I saw it and I just thought, oh god, no! It was the first time on this planet that I went to. Oh, that repeats the quote. I told an airline I need my dog because I'm emotionally damaged. I must have a therapy dog. They said, "Can you prove you need him?" I said, "Yes. Just see what Hollywood did to my musical Cats." The approval came back saying, "No doctor's report requested." It's like, why do you need the dog? I made Cats. Did you see what Hollywood did? Say no more. At least something entertaining came out of that movie.
Kind of had to. Not to mention Weber was responsible for bringing Skullfruck to the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Webtoons and Isma Huck developing an official live-action miniseries based on Batman winning family adventures.
Hmm.
Got the first trailer for the new Paranormal Activity film Next of Kin. Film itself coming later this month. New Mr. Men and Little Miss series in the works. It's like I've done over years who's been a fan of that. Kind of interested to see what he'll say about it.
Hmm.
Wentworth Miller to reprise his role as Captain Cold for 100th episode of Legends of Tomorrow. Raimi Spider-Man, 4K HD, currently on sale at lowest price it's ever been. Got another look at the DC fandom. Also, first trailer for Lord and Miller's Murder Mystery After Party series coming in January.
So, Lego Titanic, the largest set ever created so far. I'm sure they'll create a big one at some point. Yeah, it's gonna cost $630. That's a lot of money.
Of note, hard to know exactly if they're appropriate. Hard to know exactly um, when they'll be taking summons. They'll be taking some inspiration from the Legoland exclusives, because I know those. Obviously, those are bigger. Obviously, those are bigger. Probably customers. They were in market. I imagine they'll less work on ship than on, say, a New York skyscraper replica. Photographer chasing churches after refusing to stop. Getting pictures of Woody Harrelson's son and daughter, and then looking to attack. Subsequent punch in self-defense. Back into promo territory, we had Daniel Craig waving the green flag today at Charlotte. Third request win for Kyle Larson and four Mustang top hats.
Steve Carell has been cast in The Patient for FX. The series follows a psychotherapist who finds himself held prisoner by a serial killer with an unusual request: curb his homicidal urges. Like, okay, sounds interesting. That's definitely different. Like, make me stop wanting to kill people, or I'll kill you. Like, okay.
Yeah, I was good with those two leaders. Worth that. Nathan Johnson from Night Out to replace Alexander Desplat as composer for Del Toro's Nightmare Alley. Foundation renewed for season 2 at Apple TV.
The Lego sets for the
Of note for that show, the same guy who composed the AVGN movie is a composer.
oh. The Lego sets for the Batman have been revealed. Like, okay, more Lego stuff for movies and stuff. That's the thing they do. Yep. Oh god, that reminds me of the some of the Avengers Lego stuff. It's like, oh god, Thanos. Like, the Thanos Lego figure just looks silly. Like, you can't take that thing seriously. Like, we were at not Toys R Us. We were at Walmart and we were checking out the toy aisle. We saw that, like, yeah, we just started laughing and fun times.
DC fandom to include a teaser for Peacemaker. Bob Willis students what I like to call the Brett Gosleski Club, aka first time winners at Talladega. Also then 5 Mustang top 10s. Hopefully he can do a lot more than Wendell Scott, the less known African American NASCAR driver. Tillis written goes alongside Michael Fassbender for Fincher's Killer. Who had also weighed up the possibility of reviving World War Z sequel. Glenn Clone star in Richie's next movie.
The Alien 6 film collection on Blu-ray is currently on sale at its lowest price. It's 69% off. Nice. Oh, come on, I had to.
Fake thought to keep the dinner scene in Black Window. Very free. That scene he really felt needed to be in. Scarlet and I kept fighting him on it. Questioning if it would have worked. Quote from Kate Shortland. Saying she faces 400 million worldwide box office, new record in this era. Good investor for the coming screen movie, January 14th. So getting a first look at Timothy Chalamet's Wonka. Witherspoon heading back to rom-com roots in Your Place or Mine. Co-starring Aston Kutcher. Sent around two of his friends who live opposite coasts, swapping homes for a week. Rizzo's saw new campaign for Lexus featuring Turtles, Kumai Nanjelly, Sprint Enters K to star an Oscar nominated Joshua Tanner's N, Golden Age musical about the last human family for Dion. Into Lemon, starting her own podcast. She will share her authentic voice and her first side of herself. Either later this year or early next.
Dylan O'Brien and Elizabeth Stanton or Scan. There's a bottom on my screen. Scanlon, Lauren Ambrose, Diana Hopper, Eric Lange, and Sam Hennings to star in Celine Held and Logan George's The Vanishings at Caddo Lake, produced by M. Night
Shyamalan.
M. Night. Yeah. Like, I'm already having issues speaking as it is. I'm not gonna attempt his name. Sex and the City revival series, and just like that, will will debut on HBO Max in December. Hmm.
First time this will be addressed in film and television. Boxing Day, starring Amel Bean, Leah, and Pinnock. Going to theaters December 3rd. Kristen Stewart was on the cover of Entertainment Weekly. Garfield covered latest issue of Netflix Q. Zellweger spotted on the set of Thing About Pam, based on the murder of Betsy Freya, which resulted in husband conviction. Outfits starring Mark T. Dylan Brain, coming this February. Credits for those two include Ready Player One, Deepwater Horizon, and Bumbley. Cameron Coken on the latest cover of Hollywood Reporter. Jane Lynch joined Broadway revival of Funny Girl. Jennifer Lopez spotted on the set of Netflix's Mother. Deadly female assassin comes out fighting, checked daughter that she gave up years for, while on run from dangerous men. Academy of Motion Pictures set to host premiere of Ridley Scott's House of Gucci, starring Gaga and Adam Driver.
Bill Skarsgård and Samara Weaving will star in action film Boy Kills World, a dark, gritty sequel to beloved series Boy Meets World. I'm kidding. I had to. It follows a man who, upon his family getting murdered, escapes to the jungle and is trained by a mysterious shaman to become an instrument of death.
Kind of saw that coming. The thing that caught me though was that this is the niece of Hugo Weaving.
Mm-hmm.
Got the cast for Gene Prince, Blythewood's Woman King, which includes John Boyega. Film based on true events took place in the kingdom of Dahomey, 18th and 19th centuries. Age by 4 Emerson for Tree to produce Saw the TV Glow with Jane Shubin directing. Tuesday and Jackass spawned over their shitlove of scary television show, but the boundary between TV and reality begins to blur after it's mysteriously cancelled. Production further begun. Adaptation of Astrolites and Dante discover the secrets of the universe from Idrich Alberto and Lin-Man Miranda. This is one of the bold ones I came across. Clarify, Facebook COO shows Sandberg in series Doomsday Machine, chronicling the political and social minefields Facebook has navigated. Glenn star in Sim Margaret's period comic adaptation of Prophet. Title character man constricted into Nazi Weimar Act and subject to scientific experiments that give him superhuman strength. Rita Sabeyama, spun on set of John Wick 4.
White Lotus star Lucas Gage joins the cast of Midas Men, about the life of the Beatles manager Brian Epstein. He will portray a character that represents a composite of Epstein's lovers.
Family and I are huge Beatles fans, so that might be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Jean-Marie Bigard ordered to pay 2,000 euros to Jennifer Lawrence over privacy violation. Publishing stolen photos. Ugh. Another look for Megan Fox. This one for Jenny and Clyde. Two anonymous serial killers, sweet love, on a crime spree. Saints and women considered by Alana, head of security, Tyson Ritter. Kristen Stewart received Performance Tribute Award at the Gotham Awards. Elizabeth Garson worked with Dell on her new album. Friends Smith, starring Martha Pitton, she's Essex, Rennie, and Droud. Now playing in select theaters. Years after a tragic school shooting, parents of both the victim and perpetrator meet face to face. Again, another bold move.
The official teaser trailer for Outlander Season 6 has been released. And the series finale of Scenes from a Marriage starring Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaac is now available.
Again, Outlander is the composer of the AVGN movie.
Mm-hmm.
Straight City, upcoming film from Wes Anderson. Tilda Swinton, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks, Adrian Brody, Jeffrey Wright, Rivaldi, and Bill Murray. Got to first look at New Animaniacs season 2. It's only a matter of time finally the acquisition of Fox Pets. Alvin's on Disney Plus. That one's where we're good ones for this week. Secret Critchlow, Doctor Who, Record Row, and Final Fantasy, and a Final Fantasy
14.
Okay. Still haven't quite gotten my numeral straight. Sydney Wilson, American World War II veteran. Journalist Town Lee, NASCAR Capital Truck Series racing driver. Francisek Sritsky, Polish racing cyclist. Colin Pratt, English motorcycle speedway rider. Mark Pilger, makeup artist, Bridgerton, Downton Abbey. Emmy winner this year.
Mm.
Cynthia Harris, 3 Men and a Baby. Alan Graham, Red 6 Speedway Rider. Alan Coulter. Woodford had a stint with David Letterman. Joe's Home, Return of the Jedi, Little Shop of Horrors. Rick Jones, Doom the Avengers, Arts from and Juliet. ART. And Koichi Sugiyama, composer for Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah, I remembered something else that happened this weekend. So, what was it? Yesterday, yeah, it was still early in the morning, but like me and my aunts actually went to Fred Meyer's, and outside Fred Meyer's was the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and we actually got some of the whistles. They're like, oh, that was cool. Yeah, it's like we should probably wrap up soon because like I've had to wake up at like 8 a.m. for like the last 2 days, and it's like I'm just gonna turn my alarms off for tomorrow. I'll wake up when I wake up, and hopefully when I wake up, I'll get a notification that at my art tablet's ready to pick up because I switched that over to just pick it up since I figured it'd probably be faster at this point.
Two things that could pop up. Not only do I remember a Jeopardy clip that came out recently, but also our visit was coming back from a trip out east.
Hmm.
I do believe you have a couple of other skill choices as well, and I do remember similar ones displayed on G-Gauge front cars when I was in a Grand Road Society.
Hmm.
Before I close this out, and if you're interested in skirting new generation,
Hmm.
Ken Jeong went to spread. Turns out he was that do you know this clip? Ha! Yeah!
Oh.
Hadn't noticed that until fairly recently. Also, songwriter is the singing voice. Barrels for the voice of Zoom. Friedel, Unstoppable, was Cocktail, Cupcake, Sky Silver. Ooh, Director Cullen was Spark Chaser, Rob Wings. Also, 44 minutes special to accompany the series.
Nice.
So, yeah, here's just my colleague here. We'll have notes or something, as well as good reception to cover next week.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we'll end up with another double header. Till either of those. Stay safe, see if I'll get to effects. Keep ready for boosts. Hopefully, we will see you next week.